Hi, welcome to Empower Today. It's Sunday, it's bright, it's sunny, it's lovely, lots of things to feel good about, but we don't always feel good about ourselves, do we? Maybe sometimes that's justified, but often we live in a culture that puts us down and gets in our head. In Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10, Paul writes to the early Christians and he says, "You are God's handiwork." To the first hearers, handiwork in the original language of Greek would have been, "You are God's masterpiece." Do you think of yourself as a masterpiece? Literally, if you strip it down, the Greek word is poem. You are God's poem. Have you ever read a really good poem? They're subtle, aren't they? There's depth to them. You read and reread and reread so that you get it into the marrow of your body, as it were. That's what you and I are. We're God's poem. We're subtle, complicated. We've got hidden depths. There's nuances to us that others don't see. Another way you could interpret that word is you are God's work of art. Have you been to the National Gallery in London and you walk past some of those paintings and they take your breath away by the skill that is put into them, the beauty, the power of them? That's what we are. God's work of art. Here in my study is a work of art. It's a copy of a Caravaggio painting. There's a guy in our church who does replicas so that when art galleries need to take the original and clean it up, they put this one there in its place. He gave me this painting of Jesus on the road to Emmaus with the disciples, where he breaks bread and they realise that he is actually alive and well. And Jesus, I believe, is alive and well, and he wants to tell us, you are God's handiwork. You are God's masterpiece. You are God's poem. You are God's work of art. Yeah, you. That's how God sees you. That's how God sees me. Take care. Have a great week.